Hey, James.
Hey, Will.
Hey, man, I got a call from a buddy of mine. He's got an old Evo, and he had it stored for a while. And he went to start it up, and it puked all kinds of oil out. You know what's going on there?
Yeah, that's what's referred to as sumping. The oil tank is higher than the engine, and in the oil pump, there's a little spring-loaded check ball. It's a pretty fine spring, like a bigger version of like a Big Pen spring, but the force of gravity will cause the oil to kind of bypass that, and it'll essentially go through the oil pump and fill the crankcase up. It's pretty common. It doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong, but here's the deal. A lot of guys will go to take their bike out of storage, and they'll charge the battery, they'll put fresh gas in it, put air in the tires, and then they'll look in the oil tank and say, oh man, I'm down a quart of oil, I better put a quart of oil in here. And they start it up, and stuff just goes bad in a hurry, and there's oil everywhere. And if you still have the stock breather system that routes the breather to the air cleaner, man, it makes a real mess. So what you do is you put a drain pan under the bike, and you start it up. And the Harleys have it's a dual oil system. It's called a dry sump because, unlike a Japanese motorcycle, the oil is in a separate tank. It's not in the crankcase, so it has a lot of advantages. There's no windage from the oil and the crank and so forth. And it's a system that a lot of exotic cars use. Porsche 911s, 06 Corvettes all have a dry sump with a separate oil tank. But anyway, back to the Harley. You start it up, and the scavenge system will take what's in that crankcase and send it back to the oil tank. Do that before you go to adjust the oil level. Again, put a pan under the bike because it's going to get a little messy until the scavenge system does pick up the oil and send it back to the tank. But it's nothing to be worried about. And then after that, of course, if the bike's coming out of storage, get it up to full operating temperature, take a ride, and change the oil. Of course, you should have changed the oil before you put it away, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll make sure he knows that. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See ya.